Huskers are officially over the halfway point of spring practice. Hi, Sean Callahan of HuskerOnline.com. As we caught up with tight ends coach Marcus Satterfield, that was probably the lead story that came out of this practice, as he talked about just the transition he's made from being the offensive coordinator to now tight ends coach.
We preach every day there's going to be adversity, and if what happened to me is no different than a player getting benched or having to go from first team to second team. It's no difference. And I believe in this place. I believe in Nebraska. I believe in everything. When I came here, I still believe it. We got great things ahead of us, and I think we can do it, and I wanted to be a part of it. I wanted to finish what we started. And I thought it'd be a great example for our guys just to see when you go through some hard stuff, like practice what you preach and just keep coming to work and keep giving it your best every single day.
And for Satterfield, it obviously wasn't easy, but he's fully behind the direction of things.
I'm having the time of my life. It's great to get to learn from Dana, an offensive mind like Dana. I get to coach the greatest position in football, the tight end, which you get to run, you get to run block, you get to pass, you get to catch balls. Like you get to coach the whole game, and it's really got a really good room. We're a very close room, and again, I'm happier now than I've ever been in coaching.
And for Heinrich Haarberg, it's been a similar transition. He went from being the starting quarterback of this team to now potentially a starting tight end.
It's actually been really fun for me. I don't know how many guys have played 4 years of college football, and then they get to their fifth year, and it's like you got to learn like something entirely new. So it's almost like being a freshman all over again, except I kind of have some shortcuts. Knowing the offense, knowing what the quarterbacks want, what an offensive coordinator kind of wants from the tight ends, what the quarterback wants from the tight ends. So there's some shortcuts that I kind of have and can use.
It's been great. I mean, it's a total different game that he's playing now than he's played his whole life playing quarterback. Just the physicality of it and the bodies and being at the line of scrimmage. He's working hard every day, and he keeps getting better every day. I love the way that the way he's trending right now is where I thought he would be.
I think, first off, changing my body a little bit. Being able to put on some more weight and see like kind of push the limits of like what my body can and can't do. Whether that be weight, like seeing how much weight I can put on without losing any speed or minimal speed, and just learning different stuff. Like I've never really run a route before, and learning from Coach Shorts, from Coach Sat, like all these different guys who we have in the building who are willing to help. Like just learning little stuff like that has been really fun.
And Haarberg emphasized just how much respect he has for Satterfield, as both of them have gone through something very similar.
Well, I was actually thinking about this the other day. I think Sat and I don't want to speak for him, but I think we can kind of relate to each other. Last year didn't go the way that we wanted it to for both of us. But despite that, we have people in a place that we love here, and if you don't have that, then it's hard to keep pushing through and to stay at a place. And I think we haven't talked about this, but just a year that didn't go the way that we wanted it to, but yet we adapted and kept moving forward. And now we're both in new roles and just trying to do the best we can every day to contribute to this team.
As for the tight end position overall, Satterfield said there's been opportunity for a lot of players, not just Haarberg.
All the young guys. I mean, you got Danny King, Eric Ingerson, Caden Ectornot, Heinrich getting reps. It's been good for those guys just to get the amount of reps they've gotten and see the development that's taken place.
But for Haarberg, it's been a really, really big spring for him just to get acclimated.
I think definitely like lining up in the box, like you look out there, there's a D end outside, and like it's one-on-one, like I have to go block him. Like when that first happened, I was kind of I was a little shy, like didn't really want to get in there, and I think as I've slowly progressed, like I've learned like just like being a ball carrier, like the easiest way for that, and what my dad's talked to me about for my whole life is if you take it to him, like it doesn't hurt. Like if you deliver the blow, it's not going to hurt. And, you know, just having that mindset for everything. You know, there's still a couple times where, you know, I'm a little unsure of like my technique or something, and I get, you know, they get underneath me, I get raised up. But for the most part, just trying to apply the mindset and the technique all together. You know, that's been one thing.
He just had 2 good blocks out there today. I think he just keeps getting better. It's a total different football game that he's playing, and it's easy just to say, hey, you know, you're going to get inside landmark, put your hat and hands on him, and, you know, put your face in the block. It's hard to do it, so we just have to keep putting him in those situations. You know, I think by the time the season gets here, he'll be just fine. He's, you know, better today than he was yesterday, so just constantly doing it every day is going to get him to where he needs to be.
One player not out there this spring has been Gardner Nelson, but Satterfield said he's up to 238 pounds, and he'll be excited to have him back here hopefully later this summer.
We're going to make him the best tight end he can possibly be. You know, he weighed 238 pounds this week, so I mean, he's putting on the weight. He looks great. Again, he's in every meeting with us, so he's learning like the mental aspect of playing tight end. You know, he's caught up and he's exactly where he needs to be. It's just, you know, whenever we can get him back out here, just the physical stuff that comes along with the position. But he's so athletic and big and explosive. I can't wait to you know, get him going at a true tight end spot.
As for on the defense, linebackers coach Rob Dvorak hit on several things, including just how impressive newcomer and Georgia Southern transfer Marquise Watson-Trent has been.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's been a huge addition to the room. He's a veteran. He's played a lot of football, knows the game at a high level, obviously learning the system that we're doing here, but great addition to the room, really good for the younger players, great experience.
Vincent Shavers is another player that Dvorak has high hopes for here in 2025.
Yeah, I think number one, it's important for him to just understand that's important to improve every day. I mean, we're all here for improvement, right? Me as a coach, him as a player, so taking the things that you do well and how can those things be improved, and then obviously what are the things that he needs to work on. So my message to him and every day is like, last year was last year, you know, this is a new year, we're in spring ball, and every day we're getting opportunities to get better. So that's kind of our approach with really everyone, not just Vincent, but you know, I really don't care what had happened. I care about today, I care about right now, I care about this meeting, I care about where we're at, you know, I care about this rep, and that's the mentality that you got to have.
And finally, we also caught up with linebacker/edge Willis McGee IV, who figures to have a very big role in this defense.
I felt like just getting confidence overall, feeling like I could play with anybody on the field. Because in the beginning, I didn't feel like it, because, you know, I just got here from high school. So I feel way more confident now. I feel like I can play with anybody.
Huskers return on Thursday for spring practice number 9. Reporting with the Nebraska football team in Lincoln, I'm Sean Callahan of HuskerOnline.com.